comments. Yeah. What up? What up? What up, Owen? Appreciate you for checking in, man. We're gonna let some people get in real quick before we get started. Let me know if y'all hear me loud and clear. Yeah. What up, soldier? Appreciate you for checking in. We're gonna let a few people get in here before I bring my guests up. What up, John? Appreciate y'all for checking in. Salute. Salute. Who we got here? A Chisholm. Let me know if I mispronounce your name, man. If I did, my apologies. You said y'all hear me loud and clear. Copy that. Copy that. Nate, what's going on? Appreciate you for checking in. We got Jay in the building. What up? We got 11 people in here. Do me a favor, man, as y'all come in. Hit that like button for me. I appreciate y'all for supporting the channel, man. Got a special guest today. Really looking forward to this. We got 13 people in the building. 13 people in the building, man. Let me know where y'all from. Let me know where you checking in from. Let me know where you checking in from. We're going to let just a few more come in and we're going to go ahead and get started, man. We got 13 people in here. Let me see. Let me see what those lights look like, man. Let me see if y'all really supporting the channel for real. We got Arizona in here, Tucson. We got Columbia, Maryland, Atlanta, GA. Shout out to Atlanta, man. That's my second home. We got New Jersey in here. We got Tampa. We got a Florida native. Shout out to the Sunshine State. Baton Rouge. All right. Chicago. And we got Oakland. Manny Fresh or Mini Fresh. We got 17 people in here, man. Appreciate y'all for joining. Showtime 12. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, let me go ahead and get my guest in here. We got 17 people in the building. All right, man. You can unmute yourself, my guy. All right, guys. Appreciate everybody for joining me today, man. I got a very special guest that I'm excited to bring on the channel. He works for a company that I'm sure many of you have heard of. Sound like I got a little echo. Let me know if you guys hear a little echo. It maybe just be my headphones. But he works for a company that, we don't hear about too much. We hear about all the other food service companies out there, like your Cisco's, your US Foods, your Gordon Food Service, Performance Food Group, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But we rarely hear about this company, man. So that's why, I reached out to him and asked him to bless the channel. And that's what we plan on doing today, man. AG, what's going on? Appreciate you for checking in. All right, man. So look, without further ado, I want to hold you guys no longer. I'm gonna let my special guest introduce himself. Come on up to the mic, man. Let the people know who you are before we dive into it. Just give them a brief description, man, of who you are before we get into the details. Let's get it.
Anthony, man, first I want to start off by saying, man, thank you for having me on your channel.
For sure.
At my old job I was at, which is Baskin Robbins, I'm currently at Dunkin. My coworker, we still stay in touch, and she told me about your channel, and I've been watching your channel, tits and bits and stuff like that. But man, I want to thank you for having me up here first and foremost. I want to thank God, of course,
For
for
sure,
having this
man.
opportunity, man. I want
For
to
sure.
appreciate you for that. But yeah, man, I work at Dunkin Donuts. My name is Tony Deese, by the way. My initials for my YouTube channel is TJD. So yeah, I work at Dunkin' Donuts, man. I've been there for a year so far. How's the audio? Matter of fact, I got
Sound
the link.
good. You sound
Sound
good,
good?
bro. Yep.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I've been working there for about a year now. Um, and so far, man, it's been a lot of ups and downs. Not a lot of people know about, this company. But in my area, a lot of people heard about it, man. They're like, yeah, I heard y'all out there working and y'all getting that money though.
Yeah,
Y'all
fact.
getting that money though, but I heard y'all out there hustling. So
Yeah, yeah.
so yeah, man, I just want to say, man, if you're looking to get into trucking, or if you're already in trucking, man, food and beverage is where the money at. There's some other stuff out there. You
Mhm.
know, I ain't gonna cut out all the other people, but
Yeah,
food and
yeah,
beverage is where the money at, and yeah, and I love it, man.
for sure. All right, bro. So I appreciate you giving us a brief description, man. So, like you said, for those of you that are watching, you may or may not have heard of National DCP. They're actually a subsidiary or a partner, if you will, of a household name. Their parent company is Dunkin' Donuts. But National DCP basically covers the distribution aspect of the company. So those are the guys or gals. I don't know if any women work there, but those are the ones that actually deliver the product to the Dunkin' Donut stores across the country. So you'll see that NDCP truck in the
Hey, we
parking
need.
lot making
Hey,
those deliveries.
my
Go
bad,
ahead.
my bad to cut you off, but hey, we need some more women truckers. Come on over, come on over. We need some diversity, man. We need some diversity. It's tough
100%.
work, but they might put you out there with a helper. But come on, come get this money. We need some more diversity.
For sure. You know, we don't discriminate in the food service space.
Yes,
You
sir.
know,
Yes,
you
sir.
got I see ladies, I've seen some work for Cisco, I've seen some work for or one for McLean, and she looked like she was really getting it in. Gordon Food Service, we have some that work for us, quite a few of them actually. So yeah, there are women out here that are doing this job, man. Um, but prior to NDCP, that's what I want to get into first. What were you doing prior to coming on with National DCP, man?
Man, I'm only a year and a half into my CDL journey. So I just
Wow,
got my CDL last year, March. And I
that's
went
crazy.
all the way up to Missouri, even though I didn't have to, but I don't know why I did it. But I was supposed to go with Pam. You know
Okay.
how some of these major companies, they get you on, they give you a CDL, and then you're supposed to work with them for a year.
Yeah.
Yep, I didn't end up doing that.
Okay. Okay.
So I made a mistake, man. I ain't do my research. I ain't trying to throw no shade at Pam. So
Yeah.
if anybody from Pam watching this, I ain't trying to throw no shade. But like, I ain't do my homework before I went there. I got all the way out there, and I'm like, whoa, I could get into food and beverage, like
Yeah.
straight out of CDL school,
Right.
and make this much money, and come
Yeah.
home. I
Yeah.
said, man, sign me up, man, sign me up. I started, hey, hey, I started applying for. So I first applied for Dr Pepper,
Okay.
um, Coke, Pepsi, and I applied for Baskin Robbins. So Baskin Robbins got to me first. I said, boom, I'm going there. So I went
Nice.
there, worked there for a half a year. That job is not like DCP, Dunkin', even though they
Mhm.
cousins. Baskin Robbins, Dunkin' Donuts, they cousins.
Yeah.
But they only get like 40 hours a week, maybe less, and but they get a guaranteed 40. So I
Hmm.
wanted to, do more hours. So I'm like, yo, let me go over here to Dunkin'. I heard they getting busy over there.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but hold on before you ask
Hmm.
me that question. But the reason why I came here and not another company is, of course, we're gonna be meeting some of the drivers at some of the stops, right?
Yeah.
They was showing me their pay stubs. I'm like, yo, how much y'all making, man? Talk to me. They was showing me their pay stubs. I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm like, get out of here. You ain't making that. So I never made this much money in my life before. Before
Right.
I got into trucking, I
Hmm.
was doing Uber. I tried all type of stuff, man. I tried
Yeah.
all type of stuff, stocks, forex, real estate. I tried everything in the book. I'm like, you know what? Let me get into this trucking thing. I found DCP, and I'm like, yo, the money is beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
Some people,
And
some people rather the a chill job when you don't have to do that much work.
hmm
I am a motivated money person. I want to go get the money. That's me.
yeah, I hear you. Now, you talk about the money, and I want to get to that. We're gonna get to that because you really transparent when it comes to the pay. I see, a video on your channel. And by the way, I'm gonna put the link to your channel in the description. So at the end of this video, you guys could definitely go check my man out. He got a great channel over there. giving out a lot of
Thank you.
game and showing you guys how it is to work for NDCP. But he's super transparent, man, and we're gonna get into the pay because you're showing the numbers on black and white. You putting it on the glass, so it's no cap right there. And I seen a comment on that video where somebody they really didn't believe it, right? And I seen you had a lot of other food service drivers in the industry kind of confirmed, your pay. So it's definitely valid. And like I said, we'll get to that. But um, you said you thought coming out of school that you kind of had to go another route. I guess you assume that you kind of had to go, over the road, so to speak, which I think a lot of new drivers getting into the industry feel like that's the only option, to go over the road. And, some will argue and say that that's probably a better option to take for new drivers. And it's kind of hard for me to disagree with that. I think an argument could be made for both, right? Because I seen people, particularly food service drivers, make the argument that you will learn driving the truck a little bit better just because of the situations that you encounter in the food service space. Some of the challenging, parking lots, the parking. I've seen several of your videos, and I see some of the, crazy things you got to do to get into some of those stores. So it's definitely a challenge there. But then on the over the road side, I just feel like you probably will get better hands-on training because you are with a trainer and they, really put more attention and more focus on the driving aspect as opposed to local driving, where it's just get in the seat. We're gonna train you how to do the job, but not necessarily driving per se, if that makes sense, right? And
Hmm.
that's why I feel like maybe going over the road could be a better option. But we know it's pros and cons to both, and there's definitely a lot of cons to going over the road, particularly those who may have a family. But that's a whole nother story within itself.
I
But
agree with you. I agree with you, man. I
yeah,
agree with you. And I'm gonna say this: when I first, because over the road, you're gonna get 3 months with a trainer, right? Is that right? 3 months with
I
a
guess it
trainer?
depends on the company though. Yeah, it may depend
About
on
a
the
month or
company,
two
but
or three.
definitely, yeah,
Food and delivery, 2 weeks. Hurry up, get out there.
that's it.
You went to CDL school, go out there. So I
Yeah.
definitely at my first job, Baskin Robbins. Hey, Rodney, that was my manager. That was my dispatcher at Baskin. I
Oh,
want to thank you for taking me in because I stressed them out. Hey, I was knocking over all type of stuff. Hey,
yeah.
man, it was bad, but I learned, and I agree with you. Over the road, you probably definitely gonna be able to park better,
Hmm.
bump docks. You're gonna be bumping
Yeah.
docks all the time, so you're gonna be able to learn how to maneuver in parking lots. So yeah, I
Right.
definitely agree with you on that point.
Yeah, man. So the job itself, bro. You got a YouTube channel. You get comments. As a content creator, you see. I'm pretty sure you get some crazy comments too. When it comes to this type of work, I've had my fair share and still get them to this day. What made you choose food service, bro? I mean, I know you just kind of spoke about it a little bit, but coming into food service, knowing that it's a physically demanding job, you probably didn't know how physically demanding it was coming into it, did you? Or did you have those conversations with the drivers that you saw out there in the field prior to coming in?
I had no clue how much work it was gonna be. I had no clue. And the reason why I got into this, I'm like, hey, I can either be just driving only, or I can drive and move my body. I'm the
Yeah,
type of person I have to move around. I cannot sit in that truck all the time.
right.
That's just me.
Hmm.
Everybody's different. Me, I can't sit in that truck all the time. I gotta move my body. So yeah, that was perfect for me, man.
Yeah, and I think you run out of Georgia, right?
Yes.
And I know I believe I heard you say you do kind of the Florida area, which is where I'm at. I know you do some locations nearby me. We can talk about that offline, but
Okay.
you got to make that drive from Georgia to the Panhandle, so to speak. So it is like 6 hour drive, I guess, in the truck, something like that,
Yeah. About
from
yeah we
Georgia.
yeah we yeah we just do the upper part of Florida, Pensacola, you know,
Hmm. Fort Walton
Tallahassee,
Beach,
Fort Walton
Pace,
Beach,
all
Pace, all
that.
that stuff. We over there. We don't go no lower than that. We get Tennessee, Mississippi, a little bit of South Carolina, and
Hmm.
I'm probably Alabama. So we do, we do the southern regions.
Right.
Um, and the furthest driving route we got is probably like, I think Memphis or Arkansas
Okay.
or something like that. Yeah, and yeah, man, I'm good on those routes. I
Yeah.
don't want to. Hey, listen, I want to move my body, man. My back gon' feel it later on, but
Yeah.
I'm putting the work in, man. I want to. I use it as a workout. That's just me.
Right, right, right. And a lot of people say that, in food service, they kind of look at it as a workout. Getting paid to work out is what a lot of people say in food service. And I mean, I kind of can see that. Although I will say, and it's just something that I've always said, when you kind of compare the two to actually working out, like working out in the gym, it's totally different. You know what I mean? Like doing this job and lifting weights is it's a totally different, workout.
Right.
But I do understand and I can see why people say that. Um, so when it comes to your route, well, let me go back to the requirements. National DCP. Obviously, you didn't have a year experience when you got there, right? When you got hired. So, what are the requirements for somebody that may be interested in National DCP in terms of driving experience and all that?
All you need is 6 months. I think you can have more than one violation on your record or two. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember. But you just need 6 months experience. And you just got to want to work hard. They're gonna tell you in the interview, if you come for an interview, if anyone
Hmm.
comes for an interview, they're gonna tell you, hey, we're gonna try our best to give you. Somebody asked this in a comment. Also, I'm answering that at the same time. We're gonna try our best to give you 3 days off, but more than likely you're gonna be working 5 days. More than likely, but they're gonna
Hmm.
try their best to give you 3 days off, and and you just gonna, man, you gonna work hard, man. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that. You're gonna work hard. But the requirements is 6 months and hard work. That's the requirements, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
And emphasis on that hard work. Oh, my God,
Yeah.
Novocaine Vane 809 say, just joined. Did he apply through Florida location? I just applied through Tampa. That's a
Oh man,
question for
good
you.
luck on that. Good luck on that, man. I hope you get in. I applied through Georgia. I'm in the Georgia area.
Okay. So there you
Yep.
go, Novocaine. And like you said, I echo that. Good luck to you on that. Um, so so far so good. You've been with them almost a year now. How many stops do you have on your particular route that you run, or and do you run the same route? However your frequency is. I don't know if you go out like every other day or how your schedule works. You can kind of unpack that too and kind of talk about that.
Yeah. So I got two Florida routes on my schedule right now. When I first
Hmm.
started, you're gonna be on what they call it,
Extra board.
extra board. You're gonna be on extra
Hmm.
board, and you're gonna do whatever they give you. You might do a shuttle, a backhaul. You might could do a local route. You could do anything. I did that for about 3 months. Then I got a route. I was in Tennessee. Then I was like, nah, I don't want to do Tennessee no more. It's too much mountain. So
Yeah.
I'm sticking with the Florida route now. I was able to bid on that. We do bids every year. So yeah, I
Okay.
got two Florida routes right now. It goes out Monday. I come back Tuesday. I'm off today, Wednesday. I go back out Thursday morning, and I come back Saturday morning. Sometimes I can make it back Friday night. It
Hmm.
all depends on the case count. I
Okay.
do from anywhere for the total route, anywhere from 8 to 12 stores for the total route. So if it's a two
Okay.
day route, I'm gonna do 4 and 4. 3 day
Hmm.
route, I'm gonna do 4 and 6, something like that.
Hmm. Okay. And you guys do, or you guys are in day cabs. Let's go ahead and establish that the drivers. Go ahead.
Yes, we are in day cabs, and we just switched to all Freightliners automatics.
Hmm.
We had some oh yeah, that would have been a requirement when I started, but you good now. You
Yeah.
you would have to know how to drive
A
10
manual.
speed, but
Yeah.
now all automatics. They cut that out. So we
Yeah.
good now. And for shuttle drivers, because you can apply as a shuttle driver also, they get paid differently, but you can apply as a shuttle driver. They drive uh, sleepers.
Okay. All right. So the whole reason that I brought that up and I said day cab because I wanted to kind of get into that because I heard you say that you guys had transitioned over to all automatics. So
Hmm.
I know, occasionally we'll have people that have an automatic restriction. So if you are one of those people who are who have an automatic restriction on your license, this is a company that wouldn't necessarily shy you away because it sounds like they have all automatics in their fleet. So, it could be an option for you.
Absolutely. The only time you probably would drive a 10 speed if we need to get a truck from the rental from Ryder, and they
Oh,
only have 10 speeds.
okay.
Then that's the only time you may need a 10 speed. But I'm pretty sure you'll be good if you got an automatic restriction.
Okay, so there you go. Now you may not be good if they don't if that's the
The
only
truck
truck they
breakdown,
have.
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I need to retract that. You might be good because that's the thing. When you have those spare trucks and your truck break down or go up for a PM or preventive maintenance, and
Hmm.
then you got that spare, you got to know how to drive it if it's a manual. So I think that's
Yep.
something else to be mindful of.
Hey, I just want to say this, man, before you go on.
Mhm.
Hey, don't be scared to don't be scared to come in this industry, man. I could have went the way you was just saying and like, you know what, let me just get my driving experience and go over the road and learn it that way. I was like, nah, I'm jumping into this, man. I didn't know how to drive the 10 speed like that.
Yeah,
Man, when I first started with Duncan, I was broken down on Christmas because I was messing up on the gears.
yeah.
I messed up the gears so much, I done damn near broke the truck, man. And I was
Yeah,
out there on Christmas
yeah,
because
crazy.
I had to keep laying over because I kept messing up. I extended the route for about 3 days, and it was a
Mm,
local. So, man,
yeah,
I went through a lot of bumps and scars, man.
yeah.
I didn't been through a lot, and I'm still gonna go through a lot. I'm a new driver, of course. I'm only a year and
Hmm.
a half, but yeah, man, don't be scared, man. Jump into this, man. Jump
Yeah,
into it.
yeah, 100%, man. And that's how you learn. You got to get out there. We had a driver at GFS at my location. He came with a automatic restriction. He was a extra guy. Um, but eventually, we have manuals as well. So we have a couple manuals still. He came with automatic restrictions, but eventually, he learned how to drive the manual. He wanted to get the restriction off his license. So he got with, one of our senior drivers, and he kind of showed him and taught him some things. And, eventually he ended up taking the test to get the automatic restriction off, and he did. So, there are some companies out there that may work with individuals who have an automatic restriction.
Hmm.
You just got to communicate that.
Yep.
Yeah, that may not be the case all the time, but you may get lucky. In
Yep.
in this particular scenario, I think that this driver was lucky enough to get that lesson, and he learned how to do it. So,
Yep. And we got a guy that was a helper because
mhm.
the local routes they get helpers. So if
Oh,
you come
really?
here, yes, if you come here and you do a local route in the Georgia metropolitan area, you're gonna get a helper. We had a helper that wanted to get his CDL. He got a CDL, but they didn't let him drive with us because they was like, nah, you need 6 months,
Yeah.
and they helped him get it also. So he went to McLean, got his
Hmm.
6 months, and then came back. I just seen him today when I walked in. I
Really?
walked in today and I seen him training. I'm like, oh, you back, bro? I didn't expect him to be back because I thought he was gonna be upset because they
Right.
didn't let him, what they call it,
Drive.
grandfather in
Yeah,
or,
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatnot. So yeah, so they are strict on that 6 months, but McLean to take you,
Yeah. Yeah. McLean will take you with
Dr. Pepper
zero
to take you.
experience. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Coca-Cola, same way. I mean, Coca-Cola got, I seen where it's a kid on YouTube. Shout out to Card Loaded. He got hired with Coca at like 18 years old.
Wow, wow.
So yeah, you just gotta do your research out there and just see what's out there in your area, man. It's a lot of opportunities still out there, in my opinion. You just got to do your due diligence and put the work in and see what's out there. Yeah, it is a little challenging now. Just from what I hear from a lot of the supporters out there that comment on video, even I just seen somebody said it was a little hard to get in the food service in the comment section somewhere. But uh,
Mm.
but yeah, I think it is a little harder now. It's definitely not impossible. It's a little bit harder maybe because you got so many companies that I've seen, going out of business. And so you have all these drivers that A lot of them already have experience and they're trying to get into different industries, food service, fuel haul, and whatever the case may be. So, you kind of competing against those guys too. And, like I've said again, if those people already have, prior experience, they're definitely going to be looked at a little bit closer than someone who is a new driver, right? So,
Absolutely.
those are some of the things that you guys got to consider too. So,
We just
but
had we just had a whole. I'm sorry to cut you off again.
you
We
good?
just had a whole bunch of guys that had they was owner operators. We just had a
Hmm.
whole bunch of guys come back to the industry.
Wow,
Come back to
really?
my job specifically. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We had
yeah,
a whole bunch of guys come back. They was like, yeah, I still got my truck, but it's hard out there. So the
yeah.
industry is changing. So it is a little bit more competitive. But hey, listen, the job I got now, I pulled up. I put
Hmm.
the application in and I pulled up.
On site. Yeah,
Yeah, I pulled up on site. I was like, hey, I want to work here, man.
right. Yeah,
Bring
and
me in. I want to work
yeah,
here. I pulled up.
yeah. Hey, and that's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. You got to show that you really want it, and sometimes it may take that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like an employer will definitely think that you're serious if you take that type of action. You know what I'm saying? But if you just sit back and just wait for things to fall in your lap, you're gonna be waiting forever. So you,
Yep.
you definitely got to take some type of initiative when you're looking at getting these jobs, man. And building relationships is something else that I always talk about, man. Like, start meeting people out there, talk to people out there in the street when you see them. Some of these drivers out there, you see them at different locations, stores, restaurants, whatever the case may be. Have a little quick conversation. That
Hmm.
may be a way that you can get into the door. So, just exhaust all your options out there, man. Take advantage of those opportunities when you get them. That's my point.
Absolutely.
My guy Alfredo says, "Do you stay in the hotel?" I can answer that, but I'll let you answer.
Hey, Alfredo. Hey, so after we finish our route, we do stay in a hotel. Um, well, for the day, after we finish the route for the day, we stay in a hotel. We have CLC lodging, that's corporate
Mhm,
lodging, and they give us a card, and we only can stay in hotels that corporate lodging is a part of. So if we
mhm.
can't just go in any hotel, so we
Right.
got to stay in a specific hotel that's on the corporate lodging list. At my old job at Baskin Robbins, we had a credit card. I could stay at any hotel.
Yeah, that's what I
I could
got.
stay. Hey! I missed that card. Hey, I was like, yo, let me
Yeah,
hold that card. I still be
yeah,
talking about coworkers, but yeah, some jobs they'll give you a credit card. I'm not, every
mhm,
job different, but my job is corporate lodging. So I
yeah.
mean, I stay at the Holiday Inn. Like when I go to Florida, I stay at the
Mhm,
Holiday Inn. I stay at good hotels. So corporate lodging,
mhm.
no problem.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. CLC is definitely good, and we definitely have CLC at GFS. But yeah, I've stayed at some pretty decent hotels, and what I
Hmm.
like most and what I consider to be a perk is those points, man. Um, my daughter is going on a trip next month, and she needed a hotel in Atlanta for 2 days, and she was like, "Pop, she'll get me a hotel." I got like 430 some thousand points
Ooh,
easy. So yeah, yeah, I got
ooh,
you. I got
that's
you,
what's up.
sweetie. And so I got a nice hotel over there in Atlanta. Super nice too, man. Not no little rinky dink hotels. It's really nice. But I kind of look at that as a perk. Um, and so it's nice, man. I'm off 2 days a week. Well, not 2 days a week, but I'm off Saturdays and Sundays. But so my schedule is a little bit different from yours. So I work Monday, layover Monday and layover on Thursday. So I go in Monday morning and then I'm back to the yard Tuesday morning. And
Okay,
then I work a local route on Wednesday. And then Thursday morning I'm out and then I'm come back early Friday morning and then got
oh, you
Saturday
got
and
it
Sunday
sweet.
off. So
Ooh, wait, so
I,
you did
I
that
can't
local
beat
route
it.
just now and came back and did this?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, you
But
hard working, man. You
we
got it.
get out super early. Like on Wednesdays when I do a local run, I'm teamed up with somebody. So
Okay.
we're not at a DC, so I'm at a drop yard. So we don't go out with as many routes on Wednesdays. So, we'll ride together. And it's usually like a 7 hour route. So we're back early. I was back at like, I don't know, 9 o'clock this morning or something like that. We started at like
Nice.
1. So yeah, man, it's sweet, and that's the schedule. My schedule is nice, man. I can't complain. That's why
That's
I'm
sweet.
still here, man. You know what
Hey,
I'm
let me
saying?
ask you, do you deliver like key drops or the
Yeah,
stores to be open?
key drops. All
Key
my
drops,
stops, key
okay.
drops, and I only got 6. I got 6 stops. So Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's sweet. Oh man, you got an awesome schedule. That's
man, I can,
seniority, huh?
yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
what's
can't
up.
complain, bro.
Hmm.
Mac Jones in the building. What up, Patrick? What? Let me see what Patrick says real quick. There's good driving jobs out there, but if you don't live in the right area, it limits your opportunities. That's a good point too. You know, there may be a time where you might have to move to where the jobs are. If you live in a small city, it may not be as many opportunities. So, you may have to make that move. And the same thing when you talking about making more money, you may have to move where the money's at. And so that is a reality. And I think that's a good point. And I think, that's something that I've said in the past. Um, you may have to move to where the opportunities are. I had a gentleman that was looking for a fuel hauling job. He wanted to do fuel, and he was willing to move, a little bit further out for a fuel hauling job. And he may still be looking. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I know he was kind of looking in the surrounding areas, even like a state over and things of that nature. But sometimes you may have to make that move. Now, not everybody's in a financial position to be able to make that move. I guess that's a whole nother conversation. But sometimes you may have to do something like that.
Absolutely. Hey, I was driving to my job for an hour and a half there and back.
Mm, yeah,
I moved right around the corner. I'm like, I'm getting married. I'm getting married to this job.
yeah,
I moved right around the corner. I'm not about to play with this money. You crazy?
100%.
I moved right around the corner. I'm not about to keep driving an hour and a half. Then I got to do
Yeah,
another 14-hour shift. No, no. So I
right.
moved right around the corner, man.
Oh
If you
yeah,
serious and if you want it, go, move.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you gonna make the money, and you doing six figures now. So I think it's I think it's well worth it. You know what I mean? Um, I drive like an hour away from work, um, 3 times a week. Now, obviously, since I got a layover route, I don't have to drive there every day. So it's like every other day I'm driving. My car is staying over at night at the yard. So that's not bad. Um, but yeah, man, if it makes sense, make the move. You know what I'm saying? In your situation, it definitely made sense. And we're gonna talk about that, man. So getting to the pay, bro. I know, like I said, you was fully transparent, bro, about the money, showing
Hmm.
people the checks, man. Let's talk about the money, man, because that's what people want to hear.
This
People
the
want to
best
hear about
part.
the money.
This the best part. This what they want.
People want to hear
Hey,
about the money, man. So
hey,
tell
people
tell the
got
people,
bills.
man.
Hey, all right. So we make 33 an hour.
Mhm.
33.57 cents an hour. So
Now, is that location specific or is that across the board? Do you know?
location specific because we had
Okay.
some we had some guys come down from up north. I'm from New York. We had some guys come up from up north to help us out because we be having some issues here and there.
Hmm.
But they make some of them make more. So if
Yeah.
you in the northeast east area, you probably gonna make more.
Okay.
But us here in Georgia, we making 33.57 cents an hour, time and a half after 40 hours,
Nice.
50 hours in overtime,
Nice.
fifty
Okay.
dollars an
Yeah.
hour in overtime. So on
Eat
average,
good.
if you working and you're not taking too much time off, I mean you're gonna get paid vacations and PTO and stuff like that. We got great benefits. We're gonna talk about that. But
Hmm.
yeah, you're gonna make 100 between 100 and 120 for the
Yeah.
year
Easy.
annually. I'm already the video I put out. I was
I
at
think it was
100.
like 103. I think it was like at 103 on
Yeah,
that
I'm at a
video.
hundred. I'm at 111 right now. I'm probably gonna crack the 120 mark. So
Crazy.
yeah,
Good money, bro. That's good money. You guys get paid weekly or every two or bi-weekly.
weekly, weekly,
Come on, man. Stop, man.
weekly. Holiday pay. Oh yeah, let me talk about the
Talk about it.
holidays.
Talk about it.
You don't gotta work on a specific day of the holiday. Like let's say
Mhm.
Christmas. You could work the week of Christmas and you getting holiday pay.
Mm,
So
really
so you getting holiday pay if you just work that week. You getting holiday pay.
nice.
Holiday pay is basically time and a half for a specific day. So it's like, let's say if you so time and a half is what 50 with us. So for that day, you'll probably get paid an extra $350 in your check for Christmas.
Mm,
That's what we're gonna get.
yeah.
And I just got that on Thanksgiving too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice. My God, will say in New Jersey they pay 36.80 an hour. All
See,
right.
ooh, I might have
So
to go back. Hold on, I might have to go back.
well, I guess you got to consider, eh, it's going to be a higher cost of living there
Yep.
compared to Georgia. So you got to factor that in. But still, I mean, 36.80 an hour, eh, pretty good in my
Mhm.
book. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, my guy says that's high for Georgia. Yeah, man, that's not bad at all. For Georgia. Owen says, "Show me the money."
Hey, go to my
Will
video.
Will say, "Come back, bro."
Hey, hey, hey. No,
Will
I'm
say,
not coming back. I ain't gonna lie. I do not miss that coat. I'm good. Hey, I'm good.
yeah, man. You in Georgia now. It don't get as cold as where you at, but it does
Mhm.
get it. The temperature does drop in Georgia too. I
When
know
I
it gets a
moved
little
out, when I
colder.
moved out here, man, I left my coat. I'm like, I don't need that. What I need that for? I'm leaving. Y'all can have that coat. I ain't coming back.
Yeah. I see one video you had where it was cold in Georgia, and then as soon as you touch that Florida line, it's like, man, it's hot in Florida, man. Temperature
Man,
changes that quick. Where
man, it
we
was.
at?
Man, I love it. I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie though. Doing this job in the summertime,
Oh, it's brutal.
shit,
Yeah.
man. I was out there in Florida. I turned another complexion. I was purple.
Mhm.
I ain't make. You see, I ain't make no videos during the summer. I got a gap in my YouTube channel. I ain't whipping out that camera. What?
Yeah.
It's too hot. Hey man, it was no joke, but I love it, man. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, for sure. You're gonna have pros and cons. You're gonna have good days, bad days. And when you're doing this food service job, you're definitely working in the elements. You're working in the rain, in the snow, whatever the case may be, you gotta work. Now, I want you to kind of talk about this right here because I heard you say, I know you guys have a lift gate on the back of your trailer, but I think that's basically for the dry compartment. Is that correct? I believe you work kind of the cool and the freeze out the side doors.
Yes, we got
Talk
three
about that a little bit.
compartments. Yes, we got three compartments. We got a freezer. That's all the hash browns, all the donuts, um, patties, stuff like that. That's gonna be in the freezer.
Yeah.
We got cooler, milk, whipped cream, all that good stuff. Orange juice, all that stuff. And then we got a dry compartment. That one has the lift gate. So the other two compartments, a lot of people not gonna like this, but we don't have
Mhm.
ramps like that. We got like
Mm.
two trailers that have ramps, like
Yeah.
side ramps.
Hmm.
So you're gonna be climbing up into the truck and bringing the product out. So basically, you got to have a dolly. You don't have to bring one. They're gonna give you one when you start the job.
Hmm.
You're gonna what I do, and you will see it in my videos. I bring all the product to like the edge of the truck of the trailer.
And then you stack it down.
I squeeze my way out the side of the trailer, and then I come down on the ladder that's on the side of the trailer, and then I just grab it and stack it down onto the dolly, run it in. I do that for
Hmm.
the cooler and the freezer, and then the dry you can just pull it out with a pallet jack.
Yeah. Yeah.
We,
All right.
we don't have that many ejacks. Sorry, I know we making
Yeah.
all this money over here, but they ain't invest in the ejacks like that. We only got like
You got
10,
a
and we got
manual.
about 50 routes, so only a few
Yeah.
people get ejacks.
Yeah, and those probably the seniority drivers. I seen you with that manual pump jack. I was like, man, he need an E-jack. But them allows. Let me answer. I think it's Kelchi. Forgive me if I pronounce your name wrong. What's NDCP? So it's National DCP, and it's
Yes,
basically
I
a
should.
subsidiary of Dunkin Donuts. So they handle the distribution for Dunkin Donuts. It's basically a partnership between the two. So
And I
they're
heard we just
intertwined.
renewed our contract.
Oh,
Sorry,
really?
sorry to cut you. Yeah, I heard we just renewed our contract for another 10 years.
Nice.
That's what I
Y'all
heard.
must.
I'm not 100% sure if it's true, but that's what I
Yeah.
heard.
Okay. Y'all must be doing a good job.
Oh, we doing numbers. We doing
Yeah.
numbers.
Oh,
We doing numbers.
yeah. I can only imagine.
Yeah, we
Justice
doing numbers.
says, "Nah, you can have that, bro."
Nah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. I feel you. Hey, I be trying to
Oh,
bring my coworkers over from Baskin Robbins. They got a suite over there. I
yeah.
be trying to bring them out. I'm like, yo, come on, pull up on me. We getting this money over here. They said, nah, I'm good. I ain't about to be jumping up and down that truck and that
Yeah.
trailer.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey man, it's a physically managed job, man. It's a lot of work. We we don't want to sugarcoat that, but at the same time, you are making a bag over there too. So
Hmm.
how much does cooler and freezer get though? I'm pretty sure it varies, bro, but you can touch on that.
Yeah, freezer, we have to keep the temperature at -10 degrees, and cooler has to be 34 degrees.
Hmm.
So in the
There you
summertime,
go.
they really strict on that stuff. So if you come here, every time you take some product down, you got to close the door, put on your
Mm.
dolly, run it in, open it back up, take the product down, close the door, put on the dolly.
Wow.
Yeah, nah, yeah, they not playing. Because
Yeah.
because some of the stores, some of the
Yeah.
managers inside the Dunkin' Donuts, they have temperatures. They'll
Temperature
check the
gauge.
temperature,
Yeah. Right.
and if it ain't the right temperature, they're
They
bringing it
refusing
back.
it.
They can't
Yeah.
have you can't have spoiled milk in Dunkin'. People who love their coffee. You know how Dunkin' is.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't think about that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a good point. CDR said so. He says, how much does cooler and freezer get though? I'm assuming he's referring to the amount of cases that they would
Oh,
get on
okay,
these two. That I mean, that's what I'm assuming. He'll probably
okay,
respond back, but you can go ahead and touch on that
okay. So
as
on
far
my
as the
route,
case amount.
okay, so on my route specifically, I want to say every store average. Okay, the total route averages from 900 cases to like 12, 1300 cases.
Mm,
The Tennessee routes is more though. The Tennessee routes, I don't know what it is about Tennessee. They love dunking in their milk and they coffee, but they
yeah,
get about from 11 to 14 to 1500 cases. So yeah, it gets thick in Tennessee. I did that Tennessee and I ain't on it no more, and I
yeah,
don't think I'm trying to go back.
yeah.
Hey, I put my work in. I be telling my manager every day, hey, I went through the gauntlet already, man.
Right.
I put my work in. But yeah, so in the cooler and freezer, you're probably gonna get anywhere from about 30 to 50 cases just in those compartments. The
Okay.
cooler, the cooler usually don't get that much. The cooler usually gets about 20 to 30, and the freezer
Hmm.
gets about like 30 to 50
Yeah.
cases per store.
Okay. Okay. That's not that bad. 30
Yeah,
to 50. Yeah, that's not that bad. It's when you get into the hundreds, 200s, 300s is where you get you putting that work in.
I got one store in Florida.
Yeah.
This dude orders 270 cases every week now, man. Just for
Crazy,
that one
man.
store. So I'm getting 100 in the freezer, 50 in the cooler, 100 in the
Yeah.
dry. That's just that
Yeah.
one store though, but it is
That's
what it is.
crazy. Yeah. And you guys are straight hourly, right? No commission and
All
like that, just
all
all
hourly.
hourly.
Your
Yeah.
truck break down, you on the clock.
So
Hey,
there you go.
anything happen, you on the clock.
There you go.
You need to get rescued, you on the clock.
Mm. Yeah. So you getting paid. You getting paid for everything basically. Jonathan Lopez, shout out to you. Appreciate you for joining the chat. He said, so you always in the 53? I don't think you in the 53 footer. You what
No,
you in
we
the
in the
48 or
48.
something like that? Yeah.
48, yeah.
Yeah. So he's
Shuttles
in
get 53.
okay. All
Shuttle
right.
drivers, yeah.
So he's in the 48. Brandon, what's up? Appreciate you for joining the chat. He said, how many stops? You probably just joined, but I think he touched on that. You can go ahead and answer that again, bro.
Yeah, about my route specifically about 8 to 12. Tennessee routes and bigger routes, they get about 10 to 14. Local usually always get about 12 to 14, sometimes 15.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay.
local's gonna get more because it's local,
Yeah.
and you're
All
gonna have
right.
a helper.
All right. So you're gonna have a helper if you choose to do a local route. Now, what's your route considered? Is it regional? Is it what's the correct
The
description
job
for your route?
description is called a regional route driver.
Regional route driver. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. J Trucking TV, what's going on? Appreciate you for joining the chat. Food service where you're gonna make money in Georgia. I'm out of Atlanta working in what's that? Swanee?
Sewanee, yep.
Swanee for a
Sewanee,
family
Georgia.
owned pizza delivery company.
Hmm.
All right.
Absolutely.
Soldier, you know I can't pronounce your name, so I'm just gonna say Soldier. You can't say cameras in the truck. You guys got cameras?
Nope.
No
Hey,
cameras.
don't be taking advantage of that though. Don't be taking advantage now.
That's
We
what
ain't
I'm
got no cameras in
saying.
the truck now. Y'all be
And
good though. If y'all come over here, y'all be
yeah,
good. Hey,
exactly.
but we got 360 cameras outside the truck.
Oh, really?
We got a 360 camera setup outside the truck. So it's one on the tractor in the front, like by the grill. There's
Hmm.
two on the sides of the trailer, and there's one on the back of the trailer. 360.
Wow. Okay.
and they have like a little tablet thing where you can see it. You can see the whole thing. So anything happens, it'll be
Yeah.
recorded. Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
Hmm.
Wow, I never heard of trucks having that. Not necessarily, definitely not in food service.
Hmm.
So wow, that's interesting. All right. Will says Domino's have you on 16 to 22 stops. Shaking my head. I start burning
I
at the
be seeing
10th
I be seeing
stop.
them dominoes out there. I be seeing them
Yeah,
out there.
yeah. Domino's get busy out there too in food service. And
Hmm.
Domino's also you got some tight spots to pull in as well, man. Super tight.
Telling you.
All right, Jonathan said after that 10 oh, body start winding down. Yeah,
No, that's a fact. But you ain't gonna do 10 stops in one day unless you on
right,
local.
right.
And look, check it out. If you're on local, you not really running the stops in like that. It's gonna be your helper running in. You gonna be in the trailer, bringing
Mhm.
the boxes to the front. He gonna be breaking it down, running it in. You're gonna run it in sometimes, but most of the time it's gonna be the helper running the product into the stores.
Oh,
Like
okay.
if you're on a local route.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Sometimes my bad. Sometimes you'll have a good we consider this good helpers. When we get to the store, we don't have to like just work directly on the same compartment. If you know
mhm,
what you're doing, go to the back, get the dry out. I could do the freezer.
right.
We both finish at the same time. Then we come back and do the cooler together. We be getting stuff done quick.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you might do 10 in one day on a local route, but it's not gonna be that much. It's not gonna be that hard.
Yeah, I mean that's how we always do it. When we partnered up, particularly especially if you with another, experienced driver, like we knock it out real quick.
Right.
We'll have that scanner, we'll put it somewhere. Like if I'm in the freezer working and I got my guy inside of the dry and cooler compartment, we'll put the scanner on the back of the trailer. So when I'm coming out of the freezer, I just grab it, scan my
Mhm.
product, put it back on the back while he's already
Mhm.
on the trailer, and then he could just grab it from there. So yeah, you make it work when you got a partner and you know how to take care of it. So,
Yep.
and I think it's sweet like that. And let me just say this, since we're talking about partners, I definitely believe that if food service had partners across the board, I think that'll help with retention too, as far as keeping drivers on board. Just having a extra hand, you know what I mean? It definitely, I
Absolutely.
think, could take the weight off when you look at some of the solo runs, and I think that's a huge part of the turnover rate, right? Like it's just it's a lot of work for one person, and
Right.
when you got that extra set of hands, it does make it a little bit easier. Um, I think most people would agree with that.
Absolutely. I agree. We have so unfortunately we do have I don't want to say the most, but we have a very high turnover rate as far as drivers
Hmm.
and warehouse people. But I wouldn't say that's on the company. I'll say it's on the volume. I think we do the most volume out of all the DCP locations.
Really?
Yeah, I think we do the most because we do the most in earnings. So
Hmm.
yeah, and we
Yeah.
definitely do the most volume.
Hmm.
Like I said, when some of the other guys would come from other cities,
Hmm.
they have like dudes that been there for 10 years, 12 years, 13 years. I was asking them. I asked questions when people come out, and
Yeah.
us, we only have about I'll say we have like a top 10 that's been there for a little minute. Like driver that's been there for the longest, he was a helper at
Hmm.
first, and he turned into a driver. He's been there for about 10 years. Then we had a couple others that been there under him. So we don't have a driver that's been there for like more than 10 years, which is
Really?
like rare in
Yeah.
companies that pay this much. But yeah, so the
Right.
turnover rate is going to be high. Man, if
Hmm.
you want to come and you just want to get 2 3 years in and you want to stack this money up, you can do that. You can look at it like that too. It don't have to be a forever
Yeah,
thing. I don't know
for
what I'm
sure.
gonna do in 2 3 years. I don't know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It definitely could just be a stepping stone, for like you said, for you to get your money up, or get your experience up, your driving experience, and do something else like a fuel haul. I know a lot of people, want to get in the fuel hauling industry, and they require you to have experience for the most part in most cases. So if you want to do something like this right here, food service in general, get your experience up and then transition into something else that's
Hmm.
no touch freight, right?
Hmm.
a easier, more laid back job. So that's definitely one way to look at it. But if you want to make some really good money quickly, food service is definitely where you want to be. Um, if you don't have the experience, you know what I mean,
Yep.
that it takes to get into some of these other industries. I mean, I think it's something to consider. And a lot of people, when you look at over the road, a lot of people don't want to go over the road. Now, some people do want to go over the road. Some people like, they want to see the scenery. They want to go to different states and, and all that type of stuff. Some people, that's really what they want to do. That's what they aspire
Hmm.
to do, and they choose to go that route. But I think for the vast majority of people, they really want to stay local or regional. You know what I mean? And be home more often. And
Hmm.
so if you want to do that, weigh out all your options. Like I said, I still think it's a lot of opportunities out there. You guys just got to do your research. You know, Oftentimes people ask me, and what about this company, what about that company, and they live in different states, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't even live in these states. I would have to do the same thing that I'm gonna recommend you do. Just go on Google is your best friend. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, go on Google and just search in
Yep.
your area what opportunities are out there. I mean, that's all you have to do.
And TTP, man, talk to people.
Talk to people. 100%. Yep. All right, I want to get to some of these questions because somebody asked something, and
Oh,
let me
Dre
see if
said
I
if
can.
we got something in Houston.
Yeah, that was one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. DJ, what up, DJ?
Oh, DJ out there was
What's the
Dre.
name of the
Hey,
company? I'm finna see if they in Houston. I don't know if he talking about National DCP or what, but if you're talking
yeah,
about,
National DCP, and I think we have because I know we shuttle out there, so I think we got like a drop location out there.
okay,
Yeah, so just check it out. Look on Google, look on the website, National DCP. It may be something out there.
all right. Rare Souls, what's up? How are they with scanning the product with the handheld? I see you be having issues here and there with the handheld, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, they be on our excuse. They be on our
You
tail.
good?
They be on our tail about that scanning. Do not play with that scanning. Cause I heard, through the grapevine, I ain't trying to rat nobody out, but I heard, some people they be throwing the scanners, trying to break it because they don't
Mm,
want to use it. Don't do
mm,
that. Don't
yeah,
play. Scan the product. You got to scan every single box. Sorry,
yeah,
you got to scan every single box. Do it. Just do your job. Listen,
yeah.
we have I call it like a shameless. They'll put you, they put your name all throughout the facility when you get back in the warehouse that you got a low scan rate
Mm,
if you ain't scanning.
yeah.
They
They
don't
just,
play. I'm one
yeah.
of the highest scanners, and I had one out with a scanner that didn't work, which was my fault because I was supposed to make sure it worked before I left.
Mhm.
But when I came back, I was like, damn, man, they got me on the list, man. I'm at 47%, man. Damn, they calling me, hey, why you ain't scanning? So yeah, you gotta scan. It's not that hard.
Mhm,
You can get a scan gun. I bought one off of eBay, and you'll have it. You can just take it out your pocket and shoot the gun,
mhm,
or you could just hold it. It's like a little phone. You can hold it upside down, and scan it. On the side. Press the button on the side. So it's not that
mhm.
hard. It's not that hard.
Yeah, and I'm like you, and I heard you say this in a video. You was like, man, I like my scanner. I need my scanner. I don't want to work
Absolutely.
without the scanner. And I'm like you too. If we having issues with the scanner, and now we gotta, you know, look for all these cases and figure out what's what and all this and that. When you got a handheld device, you can just look at that device and you see the description of that case and you know what to look for, and it just makes
Yep.
it that much easier to grab that case as opposed to digging through cases and trying to find out what's what.
Let me
So
ask you. Let me ask you this right quick. So
mhm,
in your trailer, well, in my trailer, all of our stops, each stop is on a pallet, so we don't have to search and seek through product. We could
that's
just we know exactly what we taking off. So is your
yeah.
job like that?
It's supposed to be. Nah,
Hey.
nah, but so like for example, I got, key drops. When you got key drops, those pallets, everything on each pallet is for that particular customer, right?
Okay.
Now, the whole trailer, obviously, at least for the chain account, is palletized. The whole trailer is palletized, but we do have some pallets that have multiple. stops on one pallet. You know what I mean? And in those cases, yeah, sometimes you may have to dig for a case depending on how they, set that pallet up. You know, so yeah, we do have those situations. It would be nice if every individual stop was on a pallet. Now, some stops are so small that, they don't deserve just to be on a pallet by themselves, right? They may just be getting like
Okay.
15 cases or 10 case or something like that. You know what I mean? Now,
Okay. Okay.
so they those type of stops wouldn't be on their own pallet. Those would be on top of another another pallet. It just makes sense.
Got you.
But yeah, a lot of our pallets are mixed, so you will have stops with multiple or pallets with multiple stops on it.
We
Um,
have we have. Don't get me wrong. We have mixed pallets, but
mhm.
usually it's just two stops if it's mixed,
Okay,
and it's
okay,
usually like the next stop is on the
yeah,
top of
yeah, yeah,
another stop. You
right.
know, it's not going to be like
All
mixed
mixed
in between.
in, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's not going to be
yeah,
like that for the most part. For the most
right.
part, because we,
For the
like I
most part,
said,
yeah.
we do get new warehouse people. We get a lot of turnover in the warehouse, so sometimes they make mistakes. You know,
Mhm.
so stuff does happen. But for the most
Yeah,
part, it should be good on that.
yeah, 100%. So that's how it is with us too. You know what I mean? They try to have it in sequence the way the route is supposed to be ran. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
Okay. Can
again,
you skip stops?
we can, yeah,
Okay. We can't skip. We're not allowed to skip stops.
yeah, yeah. We could skip stop. Like for example, now I'm on chain account, all key drops. I don't have to skip stops, right? But yeah, you can skip a stop. I mean, you would have to move some cases around. Like for if I'm on the local route, and let's just say I get to a customer and the customer isn't there,
Yeah.
and it's locked up, the customer running late or whatever the case may be. If you got to stop down the street, if it's gonna be a while, you can go down there and, deliver to that customer and come back. And
Yeah.
now we do have some, delivery windows, a time frame that you have to hit each customer and
Exactly.
stuff like that. So, that when you that can throw some stuff out of whack, and they don't, I wouldn't say they would like you to do it, but there are some time like I've had to skip a stop before because they changed the locks on the front door and I couldn't get in and they
Mm.
didn't communicate that to us, right? So I get there, my key not working,
Right.
and come to find out they changed the locks, right?
Okay.
And so I had to come back later on. I had to skip that stop and go to another stop and come back. So
Okay.
yeah, you have those instances where things like that happen in
Yeah. See,
food
in
service.
situations like that, yeah, technically we can skip stops, but we won't be able to scan because the
Oh,
scanner
really?
won't allow us to go to the next store. We have to do it in
Before the other one
sequence.
is completed.
Exactly. So
Okay.
for the most part, they want us to do it in order.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. See, we can pause or stop, right?
Mm.
And then go back to it. So
Okay. Nice.
it doesn't complete it. Yeah. For
Nice.
situations like that. So I guess that's why they kind of made it like that because stuff like that can occur, right?
Nice. Nice.
Um, Jonathan says you ain't never lied. I think he was talking about when I was talking about the solo run. Let me see what other
Yeah.
questions I got in here, if any. I work for in. I think we already talked about that one. Let me see. Bear with me, guys. Me having this conversation, so I kind of skipped past some of you questions if you or some of you guys' questions if you got them in here. Let me see. Michael, what's going on? Appreciate you for joining the chat. I don't think this is a question, but food service is where it's at. This time last year, I was doing port work for CRST. I seen they were losing accounts and decided to go back to food service today. Makes a year with Domino's and Cali. Man, shout out to you, Mike.
Mm.
Good stuff, bro.
That's what's up.
Good luck, bro. Thanks, bro. All right. All right. I think that's all. Daniel, let me see what Daniel got to say. Daniel said, I stay
Yes.
digging at PFG, and it's a lot
Hey,
of
I got
heavy,
beef
heavy,
with
heavy
PFG. I
boxes.
got beef with
My back
PFG.
feeling it. Yeah.
I got
Go
beef with
ahead.
PFG. I tried to apply to PFG, man.
Did you?
I was trying to get on with PFG, man. I talked to one of the managers that he said, yeah, I got your application, man. I got your application, man. He left me on scene. Never answered my call after that. I'm like, oh man, he must have heard I done knocked over some one of these streets. He heard I done knocked something over. But yeah, nah. PFG cool. I be seeing PFG out there all the time. I talk to them.
Yeah, yeah. PFG be doing their thing, man. A couple other things I want to get to though before we get off here, man. I know you had an incident, and I want to bring this up because I had the same incident. You got stuck in the mud out there, man. And so I want to talk about that. I think your situation was a little bit different from mine because I think you actually parked kind of in the dirt and then tried to get out and got stuck. And my
Mm-hmm.
situation was a little bit different. I was on a paved road, and on the side of the roads it's like dirt on the sides, and I
Mm-hmm.
had to do a U-turn to turn around, and soon as
Mm.
my steer tires hit that sand, it was over
Mm-hmm.
with. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And the road was kind of on an incline, so when my steer tires hit that sand, it just kind of shifted
That's
the
a
whole
wrap.
tractor. And the rear the the tanners was up in the air on one side, right? So it was like a three-wheel motion, and I made a video about it on my channel. This is how my
Oh, I
trailer
gotta
was
go
up.
see that.
Some of the tires, the tires was off the pavement on one side, and it was looking crazy, man. Lucky that wasn't a
Sheesh.
busy street that I was on.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy. So I wanted to say that to say this: drivers beware of the sand. And this happened, I think, in my first year of trucking. So if you
Mm.
see a muddy area with sand, just be cautious, because that's some of the easiest, or that's the easiest way to get stuck. When you in that type of situation with that mud, man. And you can talk about your
Absolutely.
situation. I just want to bring that up because, particularly if you're a new driver, you may not understand how that can really get you stuck like quicksand.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. I just chopped it up as being new and just not paying
Hmm.
attention to detail, but I was finished with my route, man. I was in Pensacola. I was, about to head back. I had like 6 hours, like 5 hours drive time.
Hmm.
I had about like 7 hours on my clock, so I was like, yeah, I'm good. Let me go stop and get some McDonald's. I went to go get some a smoothie from McDonald's, man, and a few fries. And I done parked on the dirt, and I thought I was good because I seen it was like a truck parking spot because there was other trucks there,
Yeah.
and it was like a little dirt road. So I
Hmm.
parked like right in front of the trucks, like parallel, and I was just wasn't paying attention to detail, and I could have just U-turned out onto the pavement, but
Yeah.
I just like started going ahead, and it started getting softer as I started driving forward,
Hmm.
and I just got stuck in there, man. I was like, damn, I'm about to have to lay over again, man. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
lay over one more again, but yeah,
Yeah.
actually that day I got rescued, so. So the
Okay.
tow truck guy came and drug me out, and I drove as further as I could get, and I got rescued by another driver. So yeah.
Mm. I lost my safety bonus for that too. For that. For
Oh,
that. Yeah, I lost
ooh,
my safety bonus for that, man.
oh man.
So
I hope they don't see this and start taking away stuff from me.
yeah, man, I think that tow bill, it took the tow truck driver like 5 minutes to get me out. I think that bill was like $500 or something like that
Mm.
for like 5 minutes. So that's where the real money's at. The tow
Right.
truck
Yeah.
drivers, particularly if you're dealing with a commercial vehicle. I
Mm.
mean, he pulled that rope, or that chain, or I think it was like a rope type of
Yep.
deal, to the truck, and he just wind it. It just pulled it right
Took
on
me
out.
out 2
Like
minutes.
five. I'm like, dude, it's
I
crazy.
was.
The easiest money ever, man.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, I just want to say that to you guys. Dan, what's going on? Appreciate you for joining. He said, "Bro, I'm driving gig economy all day, every day. I need to go to CDL instead. I'm doing roadie." Yeah, man. I actually follow a dude that does those gig apps. I can't think of his name, man. But he got a lot of energy. You probably know who I'm talking about if you watch YouTube videos. But he does roadie and all that type of stuff. VO,
Mm.
DoorDash, Grubhub. I drive 12 hours. Yeah, man. You might as well get a CDL, brother.
Yeah.
I
Pull on up,
mean,
man. Pull on. I was doing
yeah,
that same thing. Come on. Pull up. Pull up.
yeah,
We
for
waiting for you.
sure.
We need drivers.
804 Finch, appreciate you for joining. At US Foods, we can skip stops. We just have to adjust our route on our tablet in the truck. We also get paid to scan. Yeah. Yep.
Mm. Yeah, I heard they get paid by the case count over there.
Yeah, yeah. Some drivers get what's called component pay, like us at GFS, and then some drivers get hourly pay, just like you, just straight hourly. But
Oh, okay, okay.
when you get paid, like component, then you got a rate per case, rate per mile, rate per stop, and you also get an hourly rate too. So all those things combined, it kind of factors into your overall pay.
Okay.
And so if you going out with 12, 1,300 cases or whatever, like you gonna make some money. Like, I'm just
Mm,
gonna tell you that. You know what I mean?
I
So
heard.
the volume when you get component, that's when you really make that money.
That's
Um,
what's up.
but yeah, King AJ, appreciate it. Appreciate you for joining. Say just get your CDL. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely get your CDL. Oh, let me go back. My bad. We got Z in here, Chicago driver. I appreciate you for joining. Will say they make him wear steel toes. I wear. Do they make you wear steel toes? Nah, he don't wear no steel. Well,
I don't want to say something and it's in the bylaws and I wasn't doing
yeah,
it the whole time, but I wasn't
yeah.
wearing
I ain't
steel
gonna say
toe too.
that.
Yeah. Hey, I just
Yeah.
bought some ACGs. I'm throwing them on tomorrow.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I personally don't see how food service drivers can just wear tennis shoes. I know a lot of food service drivers do it. Y'all, you wear sneakers, and no judgment. I'm just saying, me personally, I just feel safer with slip resistant shoes, particularly boots. But even if you got sneakers, if they're slip resistant, I think that's still a safer bet. But I see guys wearing Jordans. I see guys wearing like all kind of different Nikes and Air Max and all that. And I'm like, man, I would be so nervous coming down the ramp, man, with some of those. Now I know you guys don't have a ramp, but man, I would be extremely nervous, man, coming down the ramp in some Air Max and all that, man. But
Man,
guys do it, man.
I had messed up my shoes and I had to go out there with some Chucks this past week. And they gave me a trailer with a ramp and I'm like, "Oh shit." I was going down that ramp nice and slow, man. I was
Yeah.
crab walking down that ramp. I wasn't about to play with them.
And I'm gonna be honest, man, Chucks already feel like you just walking barefoot to me, honestly.
Exactly. Exactly. And I done squished my toe a couple of times too.
Yeah. Then say Timberland Pros got those hexagon grip water. Yeah, man, I just bought some Timberland Pros. I love them things, man. Really
Might have
good
to pick
shoe,
those up.
super comfortable too. I pay like 182 for them with tax. We get a boot allowance for like 150 at GFS. So, some
Okay.
companies offer boot allowances. I've seen guys say they get 200. I think I seen somebody say they get 300. So, I guess depending on the company you work for, that amount varies. But I think it's always cool and good when you got a company that give you a little bread on some uniform material.
Yep. We get a voucher every 6 months for uniforms that they have on their website.
Okay,
So
okay,
I'm assuming we got to get our own shoes. Yeah, I haven't seen any shoes on there like that.
yeah. J Truck and TV says always go safety shoes. They're gonna cover you if anything happens. Yeah, for sure. I agree. Uh, Trail Productions. Anthony, do you have stops at like NFL games? Do you guys go to NFL? No, I don't.
No, I don't either.
Nate, I'm about 20 minutes away from the warehouse in McDonough. I was driving tanker and got burned out OTR. Yeah, man. I can see
Pull
that.
up, pull up. Come on over here, man. We'll take you, man. Come on. Hey, if anybody want to apply for the NDCP, Dunkin Donuts, and McDonough, I'm your reference. My name is Tony Deese. Tony. Last name Deese. Put me as a reference. I want to get paid when you get paid. I'm gonna
Facts.
get that reference money. Hey, can I hold some? I'm putting you on with this good job, man. Y'all put me as a reference, man. Tonydeese. Tony Deese, man. Come get
There
this
you
job.
go.
We hiring. We hiring.
There
Pull
you go.
up.
If you guys missed that, definitely rewinding back. You guys gonna be able to watch this on the replay, pause it, write it down, all that good stuff. And I'm still gonna put, the video description or his channel description. I'm gonna put that link in the description of this video.
Thank you, man.
So
Thank you.
yeah, y'all show him some love over there, man. Bro, I appreciate you for tapping in. We've been on like a little over an hour, man. Dropped a lot
Yeah, I
of
gotta go pick
a
up my
lot of
lady in a few. She gonna
yeah,
cuss me
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, we dropped a lot
Thank
of
you,
good
man.
information. And like I said, they'll be able to watch this on the replay. Trucker D, what's good, bro? Appreciate you for tapping in. Who else? Nate D. All right, for sure. No uniforms either in DCP. Oh, no uniforms.
Now we wear uniforms.
I was about to say I seen you with an NDCP
Oh yeah, yeah.
like a shirt on.
I got all type. I got NDCP everything.
You got
Come
all
on, I
kind
got an
of
NDCP chair, cups. You gonna wear every yeah. You gotta wear uniform.
There you go. All right. All right, guys. Look, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. We're gonna let my guy go. J Trucker TV, let me go and answer that. He said, well, I don't know if it's location specific, but all trucks manual at Dunkin. Now he said they just transitioned over to automatics. Now it could be a case where there may be a manual for a spare truck, per
Yeah.
se, but for the vast majority, he said they got all automatic trucks over there.
At the
Now
one in Georgia. I don't know
at
about
yeah,
other
at the one in
locations.
Georgia, at the one in Georgia, at the one in Georgia. All right. My guy said jersey just a shirt. Okay. All right, guys. Listen, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for joining the chat, man. If y'all didn't hit that like button, definitely hit it before you go out. Tony, man, I appreciate you for tapping in, bro. You know, I definitely keep watching the content. I actually shared your channel, one of your videos, I think last week on my communities tab, man, just to, hopefully give you a little bit more exposure, bro. I think you definitely have a good channel over there. You sharing a lot of game. And again, NDCP is one of them, companies. You don't see a lot of drivers out there. You see the Cisco's and everybody else, but you don't see NDCP, and you giving everybody a glimpse of what that looks like, man. So keep doing your thing over there, bro.
Man, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you having me on, man. I'm grateful. I'm forever grateful for you even having me on your channel, man. You couldn't did it no better, man. I appreciate you. You keep doing your thing. I'm gonna continue learning from you, man, because you give too many gems, man. You give too many gems. Too
Appreciate that,
many
bro.
gems, man. If y'all not subscribed to this man, go ahead and subscribe, man. This guy is out there putting in work, working, coming back, doing content. I
Yeah,
only edit on my off days. This dude got it. This dude got it. He putting in
yeah.
hard work for y'all so y'all can get out here and make this money, man. I appreciate you, Anthony, man. You have a good night, man.
You too, man. God bless, bro. Appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. Y'all have a good one. We out.